Welcome back to my channel. Week 1 is complete and I had great results. I can't wait to share it with you. It's really good.
No.
Lacey, come say hi. Come here. Say good morning. Hi. Good morning, sweetie pie. I love you.
Hey, Tal, the ginger bread, right?
Yeah, she did solar, they got it for solar juice.
So you got the heartbeat.
What flavors do you taste?
Seaweed, kale. Whatever sauce it says, this is amazing.
Yeah, all the ingredients in this are just amazing. It's like savory, a little sweet, a little sour, salty. It's really, really good.
All right, so we are in Concord, North Carolina. Jasmine has just tried. What's the juice in your right hand?
This is Heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
It's from Solar Juicing Company. It has beets, pineapple, blueberries, hibiscus flower, ginger, and strawberry. And then this one is from the cafe itself. This is called Royal Moss. It has sea moss, banana, nutmeg, a lot of stuff I don't remember.
Almond milk.
Dates. Yeah, I haven't even tried this yet because I'm so full because I just ate carbon raw as an appetizer, and then I had half of a large sun-fired wrap, and I'm too satiated to even try to taste this.
Your face says it all.
I might have kale and seaweed and spinach in my tea, but that's okay because it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. We will definitely be back. It was definitely a vibe, and the ingredients were so fresh, and the people were so friendly, and I don't know. It was amazing. So we had to drive 2.5 hours to get here, but I've been wanting to come here for a really long time. So I'm glad that we finally made it out. And I'm glad they posted their business hours on their Instagram page so that I can, you know, have confirmation before we drive all the way here. But it was definitely worth the drive. What do you say? You think it was worth the drive?
I think it was.
We will definitely be back. We'll just make a day trip out of it where we kind of explored Concord because it looks like a nice area. We would do that today, but we're about to go to Carowinds.
Hey.
I'm obsessed, sorry. Oh, sure.
Them on Instagram, they post everything online.
Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it might be because I don't have that many videos and I'm really new, but welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. I can't say welcome back yet because I'm so new that I don't have that many videos nor that many subscribers, but it's okay. So if you're here, I really appreciate it. So number 2, this is the end of week 1 / beginning of week 2 of my 60-day raw vegan challenge. So if you're here and you haven't watched the first video is going to be the most important to me so far because it explains my why I'm doing all of this, why I'm putting myself through this. And I don't say putting myself through as if I'm forcing myself or that it's unpleasant, but I have had great results so far and it's only been 7 days. So let me get into it. Number 1, I went from 167.9 pounds and I've gone to 165.1 pounds. So that's a total loss of 2.8 pounds in 7 days, which is not bad. That's really good. I went from 34.8% body fat to 34.3% body fat, which I know that I'll be able to accelerate more if I increase my resistance training and I drink more water. But last week I was quarantined because I had COVID. And so I could have done some home workouts and I did work out the first day, but I decided that I should just take it easy and let my body rest and recover the best way possible. So I just drank plenty of fluids and I ate a lot of fruit. Actually, while I had COVID, I was craving a lot of fruit, which is usually I crave a lot of vegetables and savory things, but last week I was definitely craving a lot of fruit. So as you can see on the thumbnail, I have 2 photos and I purposely put the caption on top of it saying that this is not my before and after picture because I didn't want that to be clickbait. I didn't want people to think that that was my before and after from 1 week of doing raw veganism. But what it is the picture on the left where it looks like I'm working out. That is a recent picture of me doing this Savage race. Me and my husband did the Savage race in Charleston, South Carolina. And it was about 10 miles worth of different obstacles throughout the way. So that was a lot of fun. If you haven't done a Savage race, I definitely recommend it. That and or the Tough Mudder. The picture on the right is actually when I was at my leanest. And that was when I was training for either a bikini or figure competition. I don't remember, but this was back in like 2014, 2015 time frame. I was really, really small. I was really tiny. You couldn't have told me that at the time though, because I had such a specific body fat percentage goal, a specific physique goal. I was probably 131 pounds or so. Like I said in my first video where I explained everything in detail, I'm aiming for 150, but if I can get a little bit leaner than that and be super in shape and very athletic, then I would love to be back at that point. So what I forgot to do on my first video was actually post my before pictures. So here are my before pictures. I took a 360, I took front, back, side, diagonal, upside down, you know, you name it. I took all the angles. So here they are. I'm really excited to see what they look like side by side compared to what it looked like in week 8.5. 60 days is like 8.5 weeks. So next, my cravings. I didn't have any cravings for things that were non-vegan, except for I did crave chocolate a little bit, but I have a bag of cacao powder and that helped a lot. I just added that to one of my smoothies every now and then the cravings literally just went away. So far, I have not experienced any detox symptoms that I know of, but I have been having BMs 1 to 2 times a day, every single day. So that's a big jump from what I said in the first video. I haven't felt like I was in withdrawal from any animal products, any processed food, junk foods, fried foods, alcohol, or anything like that. However, I do have a confession to make. Yesterday, I finally threw away my vape. A lot of people don't know this about me, but maybe 2006, I was a smoker. Yeah, so when I was in college, I lived with someone that smoked cigarettes, and just always being around it, I think got me also addicted to smoking cigarettes. But I broke that within a year or two after that habit began. But recently, I think about a month ago, I did buy a vape because I looked at it as, oh, it's just like a hookah. It's nothing, it's fine. But then I realized after I did a little bit more research, which I should have done beforehand, I realized how many chemicals and toxins it has in it. So I threw them in the trash yesterday. I'm not judging you if you do smoke whatever you smoke, if you drink whatever you drink, you eat whatever you eat. I'm not a judgmental person, but I know that I just needed to get that out of my life before it re-entered, because I know how hard it was for me to quit when I was trying to quit back then. Also, as far as eating goes, I realized I could eat a lot of food and feel full and satiated, but not over full and not bloated. So that was a really good thing that I noticed. And I also realized that I could eat a lot more often, because I would eat a full meal, whether it was a smoothie bowl or a smoothie, or it was a big gigantic salad, or it was sushi, not sushi, but nori wraps, or a mono meal of fruit, something like that, or some veggie, slices of veggies with dip. I would be able to feel full, and then within an hour, I guess the food would have just digested and moved on or something, and then I would just be able to move on to another snack. So it was kind of like my mouth had a lot of food transactions throughout the day, so I was glad about that. Maybe down the line, I will find that grazing is actually not helpful for me, but for right now, my energy is on point. The cravings are not bad. Hi, Claire. My cravings are not bad. I have no bloating, so I think I'm good for now. So for my typical meals, what I would do is I would most likely start off my day with a mono meal like cantaloupe or watermelon. And then throughout the morning, I would have a protein shake with the plant-based protein, mix that with some frozen berries, some frozen kale, maybe a little bit of silk soy milk, some cinnamon, coconut oil, and some agave nectar. If you hear munching in the background, it's one of my dogs. It's Lacey. She's finally eating her dinner that's been in front of her this whole time, and she's been too stubborn to eat it. I'm talking about you. Yes. Then for lunch, I would typically have a gigantic salad, and I don't mean salad like a salad that you would find at your typical restaurant as a side. I mean, I would make a gigantic loaded salad. Bell peppers, cucumbers, bok choy, spinach, chia seeds, flax seeds, it would just be a smorgasbord of fun in just one gigantic bowl. And I would be able to finish that in one sitting. So those are really filling. Highly recommend. Then for dinner, I'd probably have some sort of nori wrap where I would put either guacamole or gochujang or some bitchin sauce, and I would put that with some bell peppers and some cucumbers, some chopped up zucchini, some sprouts, and I would just roll it up and eat it as a wrap. I can't really technically call it sushi, but I'll definitely, nori wraps are the quickest and most savory and delicious way to go. Like, it's the best. As far as my energy levels, like I told you guys before, when I did this in September, I already knew that this was gonna make my energy levels and my mental clarity top tier, and it is, right now, it is still proving to be true. What I have noticed this time is that my dreams are super, super vivid. Like, I feel like, usually I have pretty good dreams where I feel like it's a whole movie, but now, like, everything is so detailed, more than what it used to be. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I also recommend, when you wake up, as soon as you wake up from a dream and it's a good dream or a weird dream, or even if it's a bad dream, go ahead and just write it down. What I do is I open up my notes and I just jot down as much as I can remember. And I just have a log of like a whole bunch of dreams. And it's really cool to go back and look through and see, you know, the way your mind works. Another thing that I noticed that I forgot to mention in the cravings section is that fruit and vegetables, really, everything that I'm eating tastes so much more tasty. Like, everything is delicious. My taste buds have adjusted really quickly. So for example, grapefruit, usually I don't care for it. I will eat it to curb my appetite in the past, but now I eat it as a snack, and it's really, really sweet to me now. It doesn't taste sour and bitter to me. And I know it depends on the fruit, but I'm telling you, like, someone would be like, oh, this grapefruit is really, really sweet, and then I would try it and I'm just like, it's alright. But I like grapefruit now, and I like cantaloupe now. So I love waking up in the morning and my stomach, my torso just feels empty. Not empty as in I'm starving and I'm malnourished, but empty as in there's no bloating, there's no gas, I don't have any acid reflux or feelings of heartburn at night. Like, sleeping is just, it's really great. Mistakes that I made. One, I didn't drink as much water as I intended to. So one of my goals for this week is to start drinking at least 1 gallon per day. And another mistake that I made is that I told you guys I'll start each day by being very intentional and by writing in my journal and meditating before my day began. And I did not do a good job at that. You would think that I would, because I was home quarantined, so I had the time. But what I'm doing now for this coming week going forward is that I'm going to set an alarm for my phone for 8 a.m. to remind me to do it every single day. That way I'm not rolling out of bed like, oh, let me take the dogs out, or oh, let me go get something to drink, or oh, I got to do this, and then I just forget about it. So in order to be intentional, you have to be intentional about being intentional. That's me. That's my story, my life. Some of the things I ate that were not raw, I have a list, which is why I keep looking at the side. But some hot tea. I had hot decaf coffee, which is delicious. I had dried fruit in my trail mix. I had some soy milk in my smoothie. I had protein powder, which I already told you guys was an exception that I was going to make. And then I also had seaweed snacks, some toasted seaweed sheets, the sea salt kind. Luckily, I technically didn't have to go to the grocery store again to get another batch of groceries. Everything that I bought last week that I told you guys in the last video, it has lasted long enough for me to not have had to go to the grocery store again. However, because I was craving fruit last week, I did want even more fruit than what I had. I could have eaten what I already had in the house, but I really wanted fruit last week. So my husband went to the store for me while I was quarantined, and he got me more watermelon, cantaloupe, and some grapes and some frozen berries. Shopping hacks: make sure you eat a snack or a meal before you go shopping. Of course, don't shop hungry. That's whether you're vegan or not. And also, don't shop for convenience. I know you guys saw the grocery haul that I did last time, and buying a carton of pre-sliced fruit is going to be 2 to 3 times the cost of buying the actual fruit yourself. It takes 1 minute to carve your own watermelon or your own cantaloupe, your own honeydew. So just do it yourself. It's not worth paying 2 to 3 times more. My goal for week 2 is to get to 33.3% body fat by the end of week 2, which means I would have lost 1% body fat in the whole 7 days. Second thing I'm going to do is set an alarm for 8 o'clock for meditation and journaling, and make sure I stick with that. Third thing is I'm going to drink 1 gallon of water every single day, spring water to be exact. Number 4, I'm going to get in more steps at work. I do work at a desk because I do human resources. So I'm going to make sure I walk around the building or go outside and get some fresh air every single hour. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, I just need to get up and go walk around. And lastly, I'm going to get back into the gym now that my quarantine period is over. And I'm going to do more resistance training and some HIIT on the Stairmaster. I know I'll be able to reach my goal by the end of the 60 days because when I did this in September, I was able to lose 8 pounds in 30 days when I wasn't even really being intentional about working out. I was really just kind of doing whatever in the gym. I wasn't even really breaking a sweat, to be honest with you. I was being kind of lazy. One, I was being lazy. Two, I was like, well, I'm being a raw vegan and I don't know what that's going to do to my body, so I'm just going to take it easy. And I definitely took it easy. So I'm being way more intentional this time, and I'm doubling the amount of time that I'm doing it. So please subscribe so you guys can take the ride with me. I'm going to have a lot of more exciting things going on. I have some trips coming up. I'm going to be going to raw vegan restaurants. I'm going to be going to different raw vegan restaurants to try different foods in various states. And the rest of the summer, it's just going to be a good time. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I have a lot of good stuff coming, I promise. Thank you for being here. I love you already. Bye. Why is this so hard and awkward? Okay. Welcome to my channel.